Feels like ages ago already, doesn't it?
Yeah. I just weighed myself now. Well, because when I come home from holiday, I ended up on my period, so I couldn't weigh myself. But I've just weighed myself now, and I haven't gained anything.
No. You won't.
No, like literally nothing.
You won't really. No, you won't really gain fat from 10 days. You're just gonna be bloated as hell. But you will gain fat if you just keep on eating like a twat when you get back home, or try and overcorrect by doing a detox and just living off salad for like a week and going on the Stairmaster every day, and then you'll bounce back and binge eat from the back off the back of that because you can't sustain it. So I think moral of the story is just get back to your normal routines as soon as you get back, isn't it, Kat?
Yeah, what have we been back a week and a half, and I've gone back down to my weight from before.
You're going to need to start speaking a lot louder because you can hear me quite clearly, and then when it comes to
Yeah, I
you,
know, but you start talking shit about stuff that you're like educating people like you've got a script and it sounds shit. That's what you sound like. You sound like you're being a teacher and no one's interested in that. You will hear it. Shut up.
So we did 10 days all inclusive in Egypt for the honeymoon, didn't we? Very nice resort. What does our training look like when we're here, and what does training look like normally?
3 days a week.
For you, I do 4.
Why have we got an order? This dog is
sake.
proper autistic. licking the table.
Just put him down.
No, because people are like, what's wrong with you? Why are you licking the table? Okay, carry
Something
on.
wrong with you. So I do 4 days a week, you do 3.
Yeah.
All full body days.
Yeah.
And what did we do on holiday?
I went in once and did like 2 exercises.
How did you feel about training on holiday?
I just can't. I just don't. It's just not a vibe. Like, I'm all for, like, we went to like the detox bar and had like the juice and things like that. Like, I'm all for feeling like not like I'm a pig and that I'm not bloated. I hate that feeling of being like really full and bloated. So I'm all for like, we walked instead of got the buggy some days or whatever, and like we drank loads of water and we had electrolytes to get like those salts back in our bodies. But I personally am not for the gym on holiday. And I come once, didn't I? But then I quite liked the time that you went to the gym, so that I just had a bit of time reading my book on my own.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I went in, I did about 3 or 4, and then pissed about in that jungle gym for a bit, but they weren't really workouts. That was just for content. But the only reason I go is it's not like feeling guilty or anything. I didn't do any cardio. I just literally did like a few just upper body, just for a bit of a pump, really. That's literally because I quite like that. I suppose...
but also you've gone to the gym since you were like, what, 15, 16?
Yeah.
And like, so what, 15 years you've gone to the gym, and like, you really love that. And I think like, with like your ADHD and things like that, I think that routine's really important for you. Whereas for me, it's the opposite, and I needed to use that time to just chill and relax and have a lie-in or whatever that looked like. I mean, we were up at 8 o'clock every day. It's not like we had a lie-in. But
I think I get like an instant reward from the gym, whereas you don't. Because when I go, and it's like, I hate training legs because like at the moment it's just for keeping them ticking along or whatever. But when we train upper body and then you start to get a bit of a pump in your arms and your shoulders, it's that instant like, ooh. Whereas you won't get that. You're not... Like, for you, it just ticks a box. So, like, whenever I'm doing, like, a bit of a functional exercise, like, whether it be, like, squats or lunges or something, I hate it because you do a set and it's, like, really, really hard, and then you don't see anything in the mirror. It's just, my legs really hurt. Whereas if you do, like, a hard set of bicep curls, you look in the mirror straight away and it's like, what? That's literally it.
I don't feel like that, though.
Exactly. So that's why you don't probably like it instantly in the gym. You just like the reward from the gym months later.
But I also think you're on holiday, so actually you should do what you enjoy and what feels right for you.
Which is why I didn't train legs.
No, and you trained upper, and I didn't train. I came with you once and didn't really do anything. And I think that's the difference, isn't it? And also, I think like the hotel gyms are shit, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, as much as it was okay, it was quite a nice, you know, it was a nice hotel and whatever. I think, okay, babes. I think it's okay to know that they haven't got like blaring music. There's not like meatheads in there to like motivate you, or like, you know, these women, like, you know, we train in a gym where it is motivating to go. Whereas I think in there, for me, I'm just a bit like, you've got like 50-year-old women on the treadmill, or like, it's not, for me, it's not motivating. But for you, you enjoy going, and that's what sets up your day. And I think it's, when you're on holiday, you have to do what's right for you and what's going to relax you, because that's the whole purpose of going, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't out of guilt, like, oh, I've had too much all-inclusive, so I better go to the gym. It was just, I fancy an arm pump. Yeah. And that was literally it. It is not that deep. Why didn't you want to keep it up on holiday then? Like, all the hard work that you've been putting in pre-holiday, surely you're just going to ruin it by not keeping it up.
No, I don't think you can ruin it in a week and a half.
No, you can't.
And actually, like, look how long it actually realistically takes for you to put on like a lot of weight. Like, you're not gonna put on, yeah, you might put on a few pounds when you come home, but don't weigh yourself. It's bloat, isn't it? Like, because you're eating different foods, you're drinking alcohol. And actually, like, we didn't not keep it up. Like, I ate quite a balanced diet. Like, I had omelettes for breakfast, so I had the protein, because that's what makes me feel better. So like, you going to the gym makes you feel better, but then you go in the all-inclusive breakfast and eat like waffles and donuts and pancakes, whereas I don't go to the gym and I have eggs for breakfast, because that's what makes me feel better. I think it's what you have to listen to, what works for you. What are you doing on the table?
Yeah, just going into food-wise then. So you were trying to be conscious of eating more protein and fruits, weren't you? And just proper food. Whereas I just had a little bit of that and then went straight to the Nutella waffles for breakfast.
But I don't eat like that at home. I think like we eat quite clean at home. Like, we don't eat that much processed food. And like last night we ordered a kebab and I had like 3 mouthfuls of it, because I don't know. One, I don't get hungry, and 2, I don't eat like that kind of food. Like, I think we eat clean at home. Yes, we have a treat. We might go out for dinner, or we might have the odd pizza like every couple of weeks. But actually, we don't eat unhealthy at home. And for me to eat in that way makes me feel really tired and really bloated. And I already have like fatigue from having MS. That actually then adding that on top of it, I wouldn't want to get out of bed every day if I ate like that. Like, those days where you feel bloated, like, I personally hate that. It's not about what I look like on holiday. It's not about, you know, trying to be conscious about not putting on weight. Like, I literally don't think like that, but I eat a balanced diet because I don't want to feel rubbish.
That was the thing. After about a week and the last few days of the holiday, I had like loads. It doesn't matter when you're on holiday, but loads of like brain fog. Like, if I tried to make content on like the last few days of a holiday, or do anything productive, or say something productive, or try and, you know, work almost on the last few days of holiday, no chance.
Yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily all food, is it? Your brain's not in work mode, is it? Your brain's in holiday mode. I don't think it's just because of that.
No, maybe
and I
not.
think you felt bloated. There were times when you felt really bloated and uncomfortable, but you ate like a fucking pig.
Yeah, I did that to myself, didn't I?
And you literally come back with like a bowl of melted chocolate.
Yeah.
To dip his like churros in for breakfast. Like, you literally eat like a pig. Like, and that's okay, but you felt uncomfortable about that towards
Did make
the
myself
end.
ill, didn't I?
Yeah, you felt uncomfortable about that towards the end of the holiday. I don't want to feel uncomfortable, so I eat a balanced diet. I still ate like a churro, just not 10 churros. Like,
What about the food? What about the drink? Because there was loads of good entertainment on, weren't there, which went on until like gone midnight every night, like quality, not like most hotels you go to with all inclusive stuff where they have like a fucking parrot as the evening entertainment. Or it was actually quality, when it like really good DJs and like shows and everything. And I thought, oh yeah, we'll probably have like quite a few drinks every night. We did on that. Well, you did on that first night where you were singing Soldier Boy to the bus driver, but I think we had a few then. But I just really didn't fancy it. Like the whole time we were there, I didn't feel the slightest bit tipsy really at all. I don't think. No.
When we went to the foam party.
Maybe a little bit then.
Yeah.
Not
I
massive,
think
yeah.
so, yeah. So in terms of alcohol, like we're not big drinkers anyway. We don't drink at home really. It's not a rule. It's just that we choose not, like we just don't. I remember saying yesterday at work, I was like, oh, I might go home and have a glass of wine tonight. I said, but knowing me, I probably won't. And I didn't. Like literally didn't. We just don't drink, do we?
No.
And like we might go out and have a couple, like on a weekend if there's something on, like next weekend's your brother's birthday, like we'll probably go out and have a few then, but we don't really drink. So I think holiday probably wasn't that much different. I think, you know, when it's hot and you kind of round the pool, like that I would have a couple of like cocktails.
See, I don't
You
like it in the
didn't,
day.
you don't,
I
no.
really don't like drinking in the day. Like even if, like, say we're watching football in the daytime and I have 1 or 2 beers, shut up, 1 or 2 beers in the middle of the day on like a weekend or whatever, I'll just be written off for the whole day. I'll just feel really weird, like my head's just like floating. Not like drunk or anything, just like, I feel really groggy if I have a pint of beer. Like, so I'd rather just save it till the night time.
So we don't really drink anyway.
can
So
just
in
sleep
the
it off.
daytime, like I might have a couple of like, I quite like a beer by the pool, but I didn't really, but because of the bloating. But I had a couple of cocktails in the daytime maybe, but like spread out across the day. And then other than that, the first night I ended up quite tiddly, but that was only because I had a prosecco, and that man, like the waiter man, would not let that glass get empty. So like we were sat there for like what 4 hours, and that glass never got empty. So that was more about that rather than like we were going up to the bar and getting another drink and another drink. But apart from that, and then the foam party, we drank quite a few in the afternoon, didn't we? Because the foam party was at like 4:30. So we'd had a few before that, and I probably felt tipsy. But other than that,
Not at all.
nothing. No, like with dinner, we'd have a glass of wine.
Yeah, but not.
But that was it.
I never felt.
But with dinner, we'd have like a glass of wine, and then we might have 1 or 2. But I don't know. I think it's whatever you people want. Like, I think the reason we didn't do that is because we're not big drinkers. If you wanted to do that, you could have done. But again, like we don't like that feeling of being bloated. So again, it's like we chose to have like wine, didn't we? Because then you don't have that bloat.
What was it like coming back into the gym? Did you feel loads weaker, or motivation fell off a cliff? Because that's what happens with loads of people. Like, they'll be on a roll, go on holiday, and then come back and they just can't get back into it.
No, but I think we got back into the UK, didn't we, on the Tuesday? So then I was back at work on the Wednesday. I think I worked at home. So then I was back properly at work on Thursday, and I think I probably wouldn't have gone. It was more the fact that you kind of like encouraged me to go. I didn't really feel any different. I think I felt weaker, but then I was in that week before my period was due anyway, whatever phase that is. I felt weaker for that, which is a normal pattern in my cycle. And then we've been this week, and it's been fine. Like, I don't think it's been any different.
No, it was more like it wasn't from what I ate or didn't really train properly when we were there. It wasn't that from having a break. I think people get in that mindset of, oh, I've had a week or 2 or even 3 weeks off and I'm going to be loads weaker. You're not actually it takes quite a while to lose strength and lose muscle. Like, you pretty much should just be able to go back in on the same weights that you were lifting before.
Yeah. It's only a week, bloody hell.
Yeah.
And I think like I think people come back and weigh themselves and are like, oh my God, I've put on like
don't
half
do
a
that.
stone and
no
like
po-
I've
literally
gone
no point
backwards,
weighing
like
yourself.
what's the point? But I think actually, like, I mean, I do it, but I know kind of the process. So I did weigh myself when I got back, and the scale said that I'd put on, I think it was like £8, but actually I was bloated, water retention. I think being on the plane makes you quite bloated anyway, that water retention. I think then I was due on my period, and actually I've just weighed myself this morning and I'm no different to what I was before I went.
Yeah,
and
so
we've only been back a week and a half.
Yeah, everything's just settled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've done nothing any different, have you?
No.
So would you have done anything differently then than what you did on holiday?
No.
No.
Gone. I think, no. I think like no. I think like we had a really good balance, didn't we, of like going out, doing like different excursions. We went out by ourselves, didn't we? We relaxed. I think we did some walking. There were other days where I was like, let's get the buggy back up to the room because it was a bit of a walk, wasn't it? And I think like, no.
Just on the walk-in, did you take your smartwatch? But you don't wear it anyway.
I don't wear it day to day.
No, you don't wear it.
Actually, it come up this morning on my app saying something about you've achieved whatever it was. And I thought, how have I achieved that? I haven't worn it for months. I don't wear it day to day.
People do, don't they? Like, you'll see people going on nights out and stuff and they've still got their smartwatch. That really gets me. Like, you know, when
Wedding days, brides.
Oh my God. And you've seen that with like bridesmaids and they've got their fucking Apple Watch on. I'm like...
And I saw one photo.
Does.
I think you sent it to me, that one photo of that bride that had her watch on. And I just thought, what the fuck? But no, and actually, I do think smartwatches are really important for people who are trying. No, listen.
Go on.
Listen, I do think that if people haven't trained, don't train, people are trying to understand their steps. I think it's good as a baseline. I think it's really good. And like I quite often said before, didn't I? Like, I'm going to just wear it more to understand how many like steps I'm doing a day. But what my view is there's this 10,000 steps is a magic number. I don't think it is. I think you can be a nurse who's on your feet and does 20,000 steps a day and still not be losing any weight. I think that you always just have to be doing more than you're doing now. So I think like, I don't wear my watch because I think for me personally, there's too much pressure to hit a number every day. Whereas for me, especially because of my health, I find that pressure too much. And I find that actually just doing that little bit more. So like there were days I said to you on holiday, please can we just get the beach buggy up? Like I'm feeling more tired tonight or whatever. And there were other days where we were like, actually, no, we've just had a really heavy meal. Let's just walk back so that it kind of gets things, you know, just moving and like not. And I think, no, but regardless of who you are and what you do, I do not believe that you should wear your Apple Watch or smartwatch or whatever watch on holiday. Other watches are available.
Yeah, it's the same with tracking food. You shouldn't have to do it forever. Like, you shouldn't have to track on holiday, or wedding days and stuff like that. Like, it's ridiculous. I think tracking either steps or your food is just a tool to educate yourself on portion control and how much you're currently doing. And as soon as you completely understand that, I personally think I've not tracked food for 6 years, and I've cut down for photo shoots twice, got myself quite lean for that. And once you know what to do with it, I think it's actually healthier to not.
And like we know, I think, I mean, we're going down a rabbit hole now and talking about different things, but I think like I'm the same. Like I've tracked for years and years in different phases of my life to do different things, to lose weight, put on muscle. Like I've done a lot of research myself. This is obviously like as well prior to me being with you. Like this isn't just a lifestyle that I've got because I am married to a personal trainer. Like this is something I did before I met you. And I think like the same, like I've educated myself, you know, if we're trying to cut for whatever reason, I'll use like one cow spray, but actually if we're not, then I'll use olive oil. Like, I think there's, you just know, how much to put in. And I do believe that a lot of people do need to track. I think they need, like you say, it's that education bit at the beginning. But absolutely, like on holiday, regardless, even back years ago when I was tracking, I was cutting, I was building muscle, like I've gone through those phases, I think I have never, ever tracked on holiday. Holiday is to go away, feel guilt-free, do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel relaxed. Like we go on holiday to be happy. Why should we then feel the pressure of like tracking, doing these things, going for a run in the morning? Like if that makes you feel good, do it. But don't do it because you feel you should. And I think like that's the thing. Some people go for a run because that's good for their mental health and that sets up the day and that makes them feel better. Fine, but don't go away and do things because you feel that you should do those things, or you feel guilty because you're going to put on weight, or you're going to fall off track. Like do what's right for you. And I think that's really important. And I think like as time's gone on over the last year, like obviously my health changed, and I think like the perspective on life changes a little bit when you're in that kind of health, scenario. And I think like you do start to think about what's important. And like I very much have to prioritize like what's going to make me happy today, but what's going to make me feel good today, and what's going to like actually, if we're going to do that, then I have to have that bit of rest. And I think it really helps you balance life out. And yes, I have to do that, but I think that's important with everyone. Like go on holiday to relax and enjoy yourself.
100%.
That was my little motivational speech for everyone today.
Well done. That'll do.
No, absolutely not.